Georgia. We're down here on Sanibel Island now, doing some fishing for the month of December, and we're gonna see what we can get a hook in. So this is gonna be the first of many fishing videos coming soon on the channel from Sanibel, so stay tuned and be watching for all of them to come out. This is gonna be the first one, but we're down here now, getting set up. We're getting ready to hit the Gulf, and we're gonna see what happens. So stay with us, and we'll be on the Gulf in the morning.
How's it going?
Good, how are you? Amanda. You got it, Amanda? Had a nice one get me hung up under the bridge. Broke my line. So the big fish were biting tonight. Dad got one, and he fought it for a little while, as you saw in the video, and then the fish spit the hook out. And right at dark, something grabbed mine, headed straight under the bridge. Same thing happened to me last year. And my drag wasn't dragging, and I started turning it, but it was too late and snapped the line. That's the first time that braided line has ever been snapped on us. So we're thinking whatever it was a nice one, but we're gonna head back out in the morning, see if we can't get something. The big ones were out tonight for sure. Saw a lot of dolphins. We went down to Whitney's Bait and Tackle and got some shrimp and headed out. If you're ever on Sanibel Island fishing, definitely go to Whitney's Bait and Tackle. They got good bait, lots of tackle, and they're real good people. Whitney, we know him. So if you're ever on Sanibel Island, go check them out, and we'll see what we pull out of the Gulf in the morning. The case was dirty. Socks on the other hand. Except it took him about 10 minutes to find the one fish. Well, that's a wrap, guys. We're heading home, work for the week, and we'll be back Thursday or Friday for 3 or 4 days. Do a little more fishing, but didn't catch many small fish this time, but the big ones were on. Just couldn't land any of it. That's fishing. Caught one every time. It'd get boring. Just like hunting. If you shot one every time, it'd get boring. We're getting ready to head out and get back to the house, and then we'll be back next week. Okay, y'all, we're getting ready to head back down to Sanibel for a couple days. This last weekend, my dad lost 2 big ones, I lost 2, and it was a fun week. It was fun fighting them. Wish we'd got them landed, but we're hoping this week. The locals we know down there saying the sheep's head should be in or getting ready to come in, so we're hoping they're in. We can get some sheep head on the dock. I never really explained what happened in my reel, because I didn't get it on video. It was too dark. But what happened was is the fish grabbed it and took off with it. Well, that rod is the one my dad used last year to catch a giant black drum. If you haven't seen that video, it's a ways back on the channel, but I will leave it in the link so you can watch that, because that was a heck of a fight. But he caught that fish on that rod, and I hadn't used it or caught anything with it since then. And that big fish grabbed it, took off with it. I could never turn him, could never slow him. I was trying to get the drag to work, and the drag just wouldn't catch, wouldn't do anything. And we looked at it when we got back to the camper, and it looks like that big of a fish, because I've had that reel for a long time, just stripped the drag, and he just kept going until eventually he snapped the braided line. So we fixed it the best we could. My dad got it pulling a little bit. Then the next day I hooked into another one, got off. Just the reel, it's at its max. It's not able to be used really anymore. For a big fish, you can still use it for small fish, but I was telling a family friend about it. He was a friend of my grandpa's, a friend of my dad's, he's a friend of ours, and was telling him about it, and he told me he fishes all the time, that I should get a new reel. Well, that was my goal this week, was to get a new reel. Never got it done. So I didn't have a new reel. He came over this morning, and he said, and was asking me when we were leaving, because he's taking care of the farm for us, and he's like, did you get a new reel? And I said, no, I didn't have time. If I hook into a big one, then I'm just probably gonna lose it. And he said, well, most likely you're gonna hook into another big one. And I said, most likely, and I'll do my best to fight him in, but I don't know if I'll fight him in. Known him all my life. He went to his truck, he pulled out a rod and reel, and he said, I figured you wouldn't have time. I didn't want you to lose the fish, another big fish, so I'm gonna let you use one of my rod and reels. So I'm gonna be using his pin rod and reel and taking very good care of it. Alright, so in that last clip, Dad had hooked what we believe was a big grouper, because that's what he caught there last year, and that's what the guys were saying that they thought it was. And what it did was it went under the piling, and I didn't get him hooking it on video, but what I was videoing after was it had swam under the piling, and he was trying to pull it out. Well, he could feel the fish fighting back, but he couldn't pull him out. Eventually, as you saw, the line broke. So that was another lost fish, but that was, I don't remember how many now, but every fisherman, every fisherwoman, whatever, has been where we were in this video. We made this video just to kind of laugh at ourselves, show y'all some of the more things that people don't normally show, which is actually the lost fish, because normally you just watch people catching one after the other, and that's not really fishing. So we decided to make this little roll through of our big fish misses, the beginning of the trip, and the trip's not over yet, but hopefully we don't have any more videos like this one. But we're going to end this one here. It wasn't a very long one, but we wanted to show you guys there's good parts to fishing, there's bad parts to fishing. Everything about fishing is good, but losing fish isn't the best. catching fish is. So this was kind of just showing you the other side that normally you don't see. But so we ain't done yet. Be sure to stay tuned. At the end of this is going to be a clip from the next video you're going to see, and it's not one you're going to want to miss. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. All of our Amazon links with all of our attractants and apparel that's available will be in the description, as always, as well as the Facebook and Instagram, as well as the black drum from last year's video. I'm still thinking deer hunting, but last year's video that I mentioned in this one will be in the link as well. So be sure to check it all out. We ain't done yet, so stay tuned for next week's video. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time.
Hold on. Get him out of the way. Move that.